Welcome everyone. Today we are going to start up with a new topic, that is sexual reproduction in angiosperms. Most importantly, the angiosperms are flowering plants. Because they bear flowers. Second, these angiosperms reproduce sexually and vegetatively. Reproduce sexually and vegetatively. Sexual reproduction in angiosperm involves transformation of sporophytic cells into gametophytic cells. Now, a sporophyte is converted into gametophyte. Let's understand this sentence. The adult plant body of angiosperm is a sporophyte, which is a diploid plant. So the plant is sporophyte, which is a diploid. This sporophyte, through meiosis, produce gametes or gametophytic cells. And we all know gametes are haploid. Now, there are two types of gametes produced. One is male, another one is female gamete. Now, male gamete is again, they are haploid, female gametes are again haploid. This male and female gamete, they fuse to form a zygote, and zygote is diploid. Now, fusion of gamete is also known as fertilization. Now, this zygote later develops into an adult plant body, which is again a sporophyte. So a diploid zygote forms a sporophyte, and sporophyte is diploid, and the cycle continues. Sexual reproduction in angiosperm includes microsporogenesis, megasporogenesis, pollination, fertilization, development of zygote, embryogenesis, and seed formation. Before understanding these in detail, we should understand the structure of the flower, because flowers are the reproductive organs of angiosperms, flowering plants. So let's understand structure of flower first. The stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. Second, the upper portion of the pedicel, this is the stalk. The upper portion of the pedicel is swollen. Upper portion of the pedicel is swollen, and this swollen portion is known as thalamus. Thalamus is also known as receptacle, or it is also known as torus. Now, this torus word is already asked in the NEET examination. This receptacle word is already used in the Karnataka CET examination. Now, beside this, the flower is mainly made up of 4 whorls or 4 parts. So let's understand what are the 4 whorls of the flower. 4 whorls of the flower. The 4 whorls of the flower are: one is known as calyx, second one is known as corolla, third one is known as androecium, and the fourth one known as gynoecium. Now, calyx is the outermost one, सबसे बाहर यही है, and the units, this is the calyx, and the units of the calyx, they are called as sepals. The main function of the calyx is protecting the flower during bud condition. The second word is corolla. Corolla is the second outermost whorl. The units of corolla are called as petals. Usually corolla or petals are bright in color. Why they are bright in color? Because they attract insects or pollinators for pollination. But one thing we need to understand here, calyx and corolla, they are non-essential words. They are called as non-essential words. Now, why they are called as non-essential? Because they do not play any definite role in reproduction. Because they do not play any definite role in reproduction. So there are four whorls. Out of four whorls, one is calyx, one is corolla. Units of calyx sepals, units of corolla petals. Function of calyx is protecting the flower during bud condition. जब वो फूल कली के स्टेज में होता है तब उसको वो प्रोटेक्शन देता है. कोरोला हमेशा ब्राइट कलर्स में होता है, हमने देखा है. और ब्राइट कलर क्यों है? क्योंकि उनको पॉलिनेटर्स को अट्रैक्ट करना होता है फॉर पॉलिनेशन. बट एक इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, कैलिक्स और कोरोला ये दोनों जो है नॉन एसेंशियल वर्ड्स हैं, क्योंकि ये कोई भी डेफिनेट रोल नहीं प्ले करते रिप्रोडक्शन में. अब यहां दो नीट लेवल क्वेश्चन और कर्नाटका सीईटी लेवल क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं. एक है यूनिट्स ऑफ कैलिक्स सेपल्स एंड यूनिट्स ऑफ कोरोला पेटल्स. तो ये पेटल वाला क्वेश्चन कर्नाटका सीईटी में पूछा गया है. सेकेंड, बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन में आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है कि जो कोरोला है इसका फंक्शन क्या है. ये शॉर्ट आंसर में क्वेश्चन 1 मार्क के लिए नॉर्मली पूछा जाता है. Now the third word is androecium. ये जो एंड्रोशियम है ये मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट ऑफ द फ्लावर है. And the units of androecium are called as stamens, as you can see, stamens. Units of androecium, they are called as stamens. If you look at a stamen, अगर आप कोई stamen को देखते हैं, एक stamen को देखते हैं, यहाँ 4 हैं, 1 2 3 4, तो एक stamen को अगर आप देखते हैं, if you look at a stamen, a typical stamen is made up of 2 parts. Now this one is called as anther and this part is called as filament. Now if you look at the anther, typically एक anther में 2 lobes होते हैं, 1 2. So इसीलिए that's why we call anther as diathecous anther. Diathecous word ऑलरेडी नीट में और बोर्ड एग्जाम में फॉर 1 मार्क पूछा गया क्वेश्चन है. व्हाट इज diathecous anther? Some people use word biathecous. So diathecous, biathecous meaning एक ही है. The fourth word is gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female reproductive part of the flower. And the units of gynoecium are called as carpels. Units of the gynoecium called as carpels or pistil. अगर आप एक कार्पेल को देखते हैं, this is the carpel, pistil. अगर आप किसी पिस्टिल को देखते हैं तो पिस्टिल और कार्पेल अगेन मेड अप ऑफ 3 parts. One is stigma, second one is style, and the third one is ovary. Now, inside the ovary, अगर आप ovary को ठीक से देखेंगे inside the ovary, ovules are present. What is present is ovule. So inside the ovary, ovule is present. और ओव्यूल के अंदर होता है एम्ब्रियो सैक. तो ये जो व्हाइट मैंने ड्रॉ किया वो है एम्ब्रियो सैक. एंड इनसाइड द एम्ब्रियो सैक egg is present or called as a female gamete. So this is female gamete, and to this embryo sac we call female gametophyte. Female gametophyte. तो आपको डिफरेंस याद रखना है, ये है गैमेटोफाइट और ये है गैमेट. दिस टॉपिक रिप्रोडक्शन इन एंजियोस्पर्म इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 पार्ट्स. इस टॉपिक को हम 3 हिस्सों में डिवाइड करेंगे. एक है प्री फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट्स, fertilization events, and post fertilization events. Under pre fertilization events हम 3 कंसेप्ट्स पढ़ेंगे. एक है मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट, इन डिटेल पढ़ेंगे. देन फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट एंड पॉलिनेशन. अंडर फर्टिलाइजेशन इवेंट्स हम पढ़ेंगे पोलन क्रिस्टल इंटरैक्शन, entry of pollen tube into the ovule, और फिर पढ़ेंगे fertilization. So basically what happens during fertilization. Post fertilization में हम पढ़ेंगे endosperm and its development, सेकेंड पढ़ेंगे एम्ब्रियो एंड इट्स डेवलपमेंट. Maturation of ovule into seed. Maturation of ovule into seed. And last, maturation of ovary into fruit. So these are the concepts we are studying under different headlines in detail. So let's start with pre-fertilization events. Under that, we'll start male reproductive system in detail along with the neat concepts. So first, pre-fertilization events. Under that, male reproductive part. of the flower. We all know the male reproductive part of the flower is called as androecium. And the units of androecium, they are called as stamens. The stamens are also called as microsporophyll. They are also called as microsporophylls. If you look at a stamen, the stamen is mainly made up of two parts. This portion is called as anther and this portion is called as filament. The typical anther consists two lobes. You can see there are two lobes. A typical anther consists of two lobes. Hence, the anther is called as dithecous or also called as bithecous anther. This question is already there in the textbook at the end of the chapter. Now, there are two lobes, that's why we call it as dithecous and bithecous. This question already even asked in the Karnataka CET examination. Now, the two lobes of the anther, they are connected by this connective tissue. I'll write CD, connective tissue. Now, this connective tissue and filament, they are non-fertile, or I can say sterile. So, filament is sterile. It's a sterile tissue, as well as the connective tissue is again a sterile tissue, means which cannot reproduce. But the tissue present in the anther is fertile. So the stamen is, I can say, generally made up of three parts now: anther, filament and connective tissue. But filament and connective tissue both are sterile, cannot reproduce. But anther is made up of fertile tissue. If you take the TS of the anther, if I cut the anther from here like this, inside the anther, remember, inside the anther, if I take a TS, transverse section, when you take the TS, inside the anther, microsporangium are present. Microsporangia. If one, microsporangium. If two, microsporangia, singular and plural word. So inside the anther, microsporangia are present, and inside the microsporangia, microspores, or I will say pollen grains are produced. Pollen grains produced. Now, what are these pollen grains? Pollen grains are male gametes. So, I can say one thing, the main function of the anther is the production of male gamete or pollen grains. The main function of the anther is to produce pollen grains. So this question already asked in the NEET examination with related to anther.